Hello, good evening. Today we would like to keep learning about the introduction to machine learning course from the Geiger. And in the previous week, we have already learned about the how machine learning models work, which are the first step if we are very new to machine learning. And today we after we have learned about the first step, we also learned about basic data exploration and tutorial. And today we will keep learning about basic data exploration to load and understand about our data with exercise. So let's go to the next part. Just clicking and we already in the page are to do exercise for exploring our data. So this exercise will test our ability to read a data file and understand the statistics about the data. And in machine learning, it is very important to understand statistics about the data. And no matter how good your machine learning model or your machine learning algorithm is, we need to understand, and we need to understand thoroughly about the data statistics, because the knowing about the data has great impact on our model. So before choosing which will be the best machine learning algorithm, then we should first understand and first get insight into the statistics about the data. And in later exercise, let's read here. You will apply techniques to filter the data, fit a machine learning model, and iteratively improve our model. And so before applying techniques to filter the data, here we will study about the statistics of the data. And this course examples use data from Melbourne, which is one of the well-known data sets. To ensure we can apply these techniques on our own way, we will have to apply them to a new data set which arises from EOR. And the exercise use a notebook coding environment. In case we are unfamiliar with notebooks, there are also 90 seconds intro video in this link YouTube. So we can understand and we can watch it later if someone would like to know more about this notebook. So in this exercise, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This is from the Geiger Introduction to Machine Learning course, and in the previous week, the lesson 1, how model works, and the lesson 2, basic data exploration is already finished. And so in this week, we keep learning for the exercise in the second lesson, basic data exploration. I shared this link in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
If
Okay, I
you
get
are
it.
ready with the Kaggle notebook, then let's keep going. So this exercise is to test our ability to reach a data file. Just reading a data file and understanding the statistics about the data. So before we apply any techniques, any machine learning technique or machine learning algorithm, the first important thing is we need to understand statistics about the data. Yes. And how do you think?
Yes, I think I agree you.
Yes. So no matter how machine learning model is how it is very useful one, or it is very well known one, or very update one, the important thing is before applying the algorithm, we need to understand about the data. We need to understand statistics about the data. So here are this course example use data from Melbourne, and we have to apply them to a new data set with house prices from EU. And the first one is setup code checking. If this notebook works or not, just run the cell to set up code checking. Yes, now the setup is complete. So the step one is loading data. Before applying any data, we have to load the data to our notebook. Here, there is a data file, and we have to read the data file by using the pandas data frame, and the name is home data. So there are different data framework for machine learning, but we currently we are about to handle for the data, so we will use the pandas library by importing pandas, and it SPD is just giving the short name for it. So just if you would like to just use the pandas, it is okay, or but most of the data scientists or machine learning learner usually give this name pandas SPD. And here is the part of the file to read, and we have to get the file path directory. If we are using, if we would like to apply the data from our own computer, then for example like C or D computer file, something like that, the directory would be a bit different here. In real case, if we are using, if we aim to use in the data set in our computer, but here is from the Geiger dataset, and the CSV name is here is train.csv. And now this is the exercise. So here it is the blank to fill by ourselves. Let's read the question. Fill in the line below to read the file into a variable home data. So the variable name is home data. Yes, here home data. To read the file. So we need to read the file, which means that we had in the previous line, we already know, we already give for the file name. It is IOWA file path. So to read the file, we will use this PD. So let's answer this question. And so we already give the name PD. So PD dot. Now we have to read the file. So in pandas, when we would like to read the file PD dot read CSV. And now we would like to read the file, and the file name is here. We already give the name, so just type this name in PD dot read CSV. So let's check. Then this is the time to check if our answer is correct or not. And this is the code line without no argument to check that you have loaded data correctly. So here is the line to check if our data is if our answer is correct or not. So just clicking this cell to execute. So how about the internet connection in your part? And it
Yeah.
is slow or okay?
Yeah, current is okay.
Glad to hear that. So now our answer is correct. So let's keep going. Here are the lines below that give us a hint or solution code. In the case we are not familiar with the pandas yet, and then if we are the first with this data library, then just removing this comment to get the hint. Then, for example, it will give the hint, use the pd.read.csv function, and then we know we need to use this pd.read.csv function here. And for the finding, we already know the variable name because this is the variable that we just give by ourselves. So this is for the case if we are unfamiliar with the library file, how to use it. And if we would like to know the solution directly, then just comment and we can know the answer here. Okay, let's keep going. Step 2. In step 2, this is the time to review the data. So here is the instruction that give to us from this notebook. Use a command you learn to view summary statistics of the data. After we have already read the CSV file. Now we would like to view the summary of the data that we have read. So then fill in variables to answer the following question. So here there is a question: print summary statistics in the next slide. Now we would like to print the statistics of the CSV file that we have already read. So now before reading, now we know our variable is firstly the find bud, and the find bud is now in there. The data is already reached using the variable name home data. So just type this home data variable name. And if we would like to print the summary statistics, we can use a function name .describe describe, and this is the function name. So we need to add this function sample parenthesis. So let's check. Now we can see the CSV data file that we have already reached. Now this is just for the summary, not all the data. It is now displayed using the 8 row and 38 columns here. So we can know which kind of the column name and about the data. For example, like that these data are over 1,000 and some data are from 2021, only 1 or 2 digits, something like that. We can understand about the summary of the data. So let's keep going. Now there is more question. There are more questions here. What is the average LOD size rounded to nearest integer? So now the question is the question as to ask about the average lot size. So here ID and as subclass LOD frontage lot area overall dual. Yes, there are about 38 columns, but according amend different data, the question only asks about the average LOD size. So now we would like to now we need to calculate the average of the LOD size. LOD size mean LO. So which column we need to calculate now. Let's check. No ID, no MS subclass, no lot frontage, lot area. Area is in fact the site because the site is measured using the area. So we need to emphasize this LOD area column. LOD area column, but it doesn't know the LOD area directly. We can call using the variable home data. So let's check here. Home data dot. Home data dot. We would like to index to the specific column though. So we have to use the function. The function name is LOC. Then we would like to calculate only the LOD area column. In the two-dimensional statistic data, there are row and column. So for the row, average is we would like to find the average of every row in the LOD area column. So yeah, it's we would like comma because this comma is for row and column. For the row, it would like to extract all because to find the average or to find the average, we have to find the average from all the data. So full column is for every data, and for the column, we would like to emphasize only to the LOD area, LODAREA, lot area. Yes, and this is just calling to this column lot area, and then we would like to find the not median, not the maximum or not the minimum. We would like to find the average. Average is the same as the median mean in the statistics or organizing usage. Yes, so calling the mean function because we would like to find the average. Yes, now we are already calculate for the mean, and there is one more thing. This is rounded to nearest integer here with the parentheses. So we have to find for the rounded value to the variable, to this variable. So average lot size equal to round is very simple in Python. They're just using the round function, and then we have just put the AVG lot size. But we would like to ensure if two dimension, if more than one dimension, two dimension, three dimension, there are maybe different dimension, but we would like to get only for the one average value, so comma 0, sorry, 0. Then we can find the rounded nearest integer value. And there is another question here. As of today, how old is the nearest home? Which means the nearest home means current year minus the date in which it was built. The current year that we and that the current year minus the data in which it was built, then we can calculate how old is it for the home. And we have to find for the nearest home. So the current year is 2023, right? So we can find here current year as the 2023 minus the date in which it was built. So the date in which it was built is we have to focus on which column. Here ID year bit. Yes, year bit, then we can know, yes, year bit. Different data for the year bit. So this time we will focus on this year bit column. But the current year is just a fixed value because current year is 2023. Okay, let's answer this question. 2023 minus. Yes. Like in the previous case, home data.loc, but this time we would like to focus not on the lot area. It will be changed as a year bit. YEABUILT year bit, and the nearest home. So it would like to know the nearest home. The nearest home means, for example, if we would like to know the oldest one or the newest one, then we would like to find the minimum or maximum. But here the concept is how old is the nearest home. And the nearest home might be how old. So to know how old it is, we should consider minimum or maximum. How old is me? So we would like to consider for the maximum from, because this is when we calculate this like this, it will be the hour will be for the like in the column, but we would like to know among this column which will be the max value, because how old is it? So we have to find the dot MAX value. Here is just using just considering for the concept. Yes. If we are not so familiar, then we can find step by step. And in Python, yes, as we can see, we can call the function when a function consecutively. For example, in MATLAB, we cannot call the function like, for example, .ILOC is a function. .MAX is also another function. So we cannot call function consecutively, but in Python we can call like this. So it is easier to calculate. I think so. So if when we are considering for the answer, and if there is something that we are not clear, we can just and comment this hint function. Then there is a hint run the describe command. But now we already know the describe command for to see the summary statistics of the data. Then just simply call the describe find with no argument. Then we can see the statistics of the data in summary. And lot size is the column called lot area. Yes, size is for example, area is for the measurement of for the size. So we already know. So we already solved this question. And also look at here bit. Remember to round both sides. So we use the round function. Then here is the answer, the final answer, final solution. So, and now this time is think about your data. This is summary for this novel page. This page, we need to think about our data. Here is we didn't do any machine learning algorithm. We didn't apply any machine learning algorithm. Just reading the CSV data file and then just printing to check about our data using the describe function, and we are just extracting some column and applying some function, some common function, for example like mean, round, max function. So here a few potential explanation for this. Why we need to think about our data. The first thing is they haven't built new houses where the data was collected. The data was collected a long time ago. Houses built after a data publication don't show up. For example, these are for the newest house in our data isn't one new. So this is the explanation for not new data. And if the reason explanation one above and does not affect your trust in the model you build with this data, how about if the reason do? Just to think about the data and how good you did into the data to see what explanation is more plausible. And here's also discussion thread. If you would like to see how other things just after seeing this data, then you can go and check in the you can go check and discuss in the discussion thread. And now let's keep going to the next tutorial, your first machine learning model. Hello, so is that okay with the internet connection?
Yes, yes. A little bit.
Yeah. I'm using the my personal Zoom link, so the meeting will finish after maybe 4 minutes. So please.
Okay, it's okay.
Yes. I think I should restart now because now this is the beginning of a new page. It may be better.
Yes.
I think. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I will stop and restart again. See you.
Yes. See you.